All right. It is December 1st. Let us do December goals for 2023. Let's get right into this so I can then have one of my main goals, which is napping. Seriously. So, number one, time with Ja, as always. Weekend activity with Ja. We're going to go for a little dinner at a not dinner, lunch at a sushi place coming up. Stuff like that. Chatting at breakfast, kind of doing the touching down, actually having good conversation about how's it going and all that stuff as much as we have our capacities of that at the moment. That's number one. Number two is to walk daily with the dogs and Jackie with Sunday off. Number three is early to bed, early to rise, and nap daily. I'm serious about that. And I find doing a little 20-minute nap every day really, really useful for me. And number four is mindful calorie intake, evening snack, and general portion sizes. My goal is to get down to 200. Try and measure my dip at lunch because that's, I think, of the things that I probably take calories in for that lunch. I think the dip is something that's probably the most doable. I'm having it with veggies, but it kind of gets nuked if you have it with a big bowl full of dip on the side of it. So measuring the dip, measuring the pumpkin seeds at snack time, and maybe just trying to pick one chocolate delight to have at snack time as at that evening snack time. Because the next thing I do is I go to sleep and it just all sits there and is probably not great for my calorie intake and my dietary wishes. Number five is my phone and earbud hygiene. That's leaving everything here in the office, not taking it with me into the bedroom and disrupting my sleep. Number six is to get to work on time, biking away at 2:30, which means I think I want to have everything gathered up at like 2:25 and be putting my shoes on so that at 2:30 I am actually biking away. That is my goal. That is my really I need to do this. This is something that I have been slacky on and I would really like to get into just a solid thing of doing that. If that means I'm not squeezing in tiny little bit of work at just before I go to work, here in the office, so be it. Don't fuck up that. At 2:20, I need to be walking out of the office, going and sitting down, putting my shoes on, doing all that last minute stuff, and at 2:30 being the fuck out of here so that I can be at work at 1:50 at 2:55, not at 3. That's interesting. I've got and 1:55 to start the packing, which is I think still quite doable. Number seven is continue to adjust to the new normal at work, adjust to new workers, and beware of being a control freak. I kind of talked about that in my wrap up of last month. I think I need to realize that I need to adjust to new people coming in. There is all new people coming in. I need to adjust to them, show them the ropes, make sure we get all our work done, but adjust to them and not be a control freak, not be like I have to do everything kind of thing, which I will try. I also love working, getting work, doing stuff all the time. So take a deep breath there. Number eight is to do my daily physio exercises. That's physical and vocal exercises, but yeah, the physical exercises and doing bed lifts in the morning. I've been finding that really helpful for all my kind of hip stuff. Has been really really helpful as I do my little rotation. I'm a little bit achy today, but in general, getting the physio in is the way to try and keep my body aligned and comfortable. Number nine is to do my daily to-do check-ins in the morning. So it's a little TD mark, which I have not put on. I haven't put the TD marks on my December calendar, but yes, kind of first thing in the morning going, here's what I'm thinking about doing today. And, maybe I won't get it all done. Maybe I'll be like, oh, what should I do now? And then I can look at the to-do thing and say, oh yeah, I thought about doing that sort of thing. I finding useful. Number 10 is my public YouTube channel. I've got ideas like Orlando Furioso. Am I ever going to do a review of that? I need to kind of sit down or even just do a rough draft speaking thing and see if is there anything left there other than vague generalities? Because if that's all I've got, maybe I just need to set that aside and just take it off of my wishes. Continue to make just review videos in general. Doing a review of the Tinkered Stars series as a general thing, I think would be a good review to do. Um, yeah, I think that would be good. That's the three books, and then Crud Rat and the Fifth Gender. That would be not a bad sort of series to do, and just kind of go back and like look at those books and think, see how I feel about them now, and do a series on that. That would be fun. Definitely with all of these videos, doing a preparation video beforehand as a part of the planning process, but also part of the like, oh, what should go where in the video, I think is really useful to me. It's funny how many things working it out loud is useful for me in general. So yeah. And then making narrow subject videos on things, kind of an idea file, discussion tags. Actually, for this, it is going to be on my tablet, my new tablet. Umi Digi tab as comic reader. Primarily comic reader, yeah. I'm also reading books on it, but that's where its success story is and stuff like that. So yeah, I want to do that review, which I've already done the preparation video on already. So I'd like to do that. Number 11. Oh, okay, I put it there as well. NaNoWriMo. This is the follow-up to, I finished my NaNoWriMo novel in the month of November, the first very rough draft. So make a clean ebook of the story, and then I'll be reading it in January. But all I have to do this month is make it into an ebook, and I got up this morning, I copied and pasted, cut out the notes and shoved all those at the end, all the kind of errata bits, shoved all that at the end and made it into an ebook. And I already had a cover because I'd made one for before NaNoWriMo started. So very quick, and I've already got that one done. Wow. First of the month, I've already ticked off something. Number 12 is Duffel Puffs / just writing in general. So for the Duffel Puffs, revisit it and see where I am at with the story. I was starting a new story for Peter at the beginning of it. I'm just going to have to reacquaint myself with where the hell I was in this thing. Maybe that's my goal for this weekend, is to just sort of sit down with that at some point and just kind of go through it and figure out, okay, where am I in this story, and try and get that back into my head. The next one is to edit short works or LE and publish one. I think I've got a couple of stories which I think were pretty much almost ready to go, which I would then like to publish. Now I would like to now publish, especially now that I figured out for LE, doing a picture, doing anything illustrated on LE seems to be impossible. I tried posting a picture there, and it's just sat there, which I don't know if that's an editorial comment on the quality of my scrawls, or if it is something else. But it's like, okay, I'm not going to be doing that on LE apparently. C, I got ABC. C is to write a short story. Just do some writing, just original writing this month. A very short contained story. And D was me repeating number 11 about NaNoWriMo, so I can delete that. 13 is to keep up on my daily journal keeping, work on a vignette subject each day, but also that invaluable list that I have decided of, like, what did you do today? What were the things that you did? Because I find that very corrective, and especially when I'm feeling down about myself for not getting much done, I can look at the list and go, oh, well, I did do 10 things at least. Some days it's more, sometimes it's less. Sometimes one of those things is a freaking gigantic project and it's on itself, so that's why it's only one. Number 14, reading on the weekends. First thing in the morning, 2 hours for each of the days. For me, that's a Sunday and a Monday. That kind of went by the wayside for the most part for November, because I was like, I know, getting up first thing, it's like, no, you better get NaNoWriMo done, because you need to get that first chunk of words in. So yes, I get to go back to reading on the weekend, which is awesome. Number 15 is daily doodle. Start doodling again, and sort of maybe every other day. I'm not going to push myself as hard as I was before. I'm going to try and make it more integrated into what I was doing before. So, and there's slots that I can just kind of slide it in, even free time at work where I can just like maybe do a little doodle. We'll see how that goes. It may or may not happen. Uh, Start the Comic Fury site up. I'd kind of logged in and kind of registered and done all that stuff before NaNoWriMo started, and then NaNoWriMo started, so I just paused it. I did make a cover, and I looked at it, and I have looked at it now. So it's like, do I like my cover? I thought about that yesterday. I looked at it today and was like, oh, I like this. So I erased all the pencil lines, took a picture, and it's up there. So I have started it, and I'm planning on just sort of posting one or two doodles a day, kind of empty out some of the stuff that that I either did publish to DE, or that I just never. When I stopped DE, I still got like a backlog of stuff that I just never published at all. So doing those would be good. C is to work to expand doodling expertise, videos, little exercises. I have possibly draw a box down. That's probably too much commitment for the amount of where I am of how much I want to devote to this. So, you know, I think, when I'm more just kind of publicly doodling in public, not my erotic stuff in private, I will try and work on my backgrounds, on some of my technique. So there is that. Number 16 is to do my signing every day, my sign language every day, and Lingvano, continue that. I've been doing that. That's been going really well. It's a limited amount of expression of it at work, but when I've been able to use it at work, it's been really handy. It's really been handy. Number 17 is the outside garden tasks. It's a bit more mellow now, but I probably will mow the lawn. We've done most of the winter prep thing, but there'll always be stuff to do outside. And the thing, I've got 18, I've got the indoor herb garden, which is on hold until we have warmer weather. Number 19 is vocal improvement, a no ums video weekly again, because hopefully I'll be getting vocal videos in every week again. That would be good. I want to do a anxiety video bi-weekly, not bi-weekly, an anxiety video. Probably we'll put it like in the middle-ish of the month, somewhere, probably the 13th. I'm putting it on the calendar. Anxiety video. We'll make that for the the 13th. That's good. A vocal exercise video I have already put on there for the 18th. That is good. Check in on my themes. I'm going to read those on the 2nd. And I'm going to do the check-in on the 11th, more securely in the center of the month, because I do these goals videos, the wrap-up and the new goals at the end of the month, and having the themes video also slammed in there is just feels really redundant, and I'm like all kind of that stuff talked out at that point. For the month of December, especially, we've got a house tidy clean for Christmas. We're going to have guests over. We just want to make the house more livable, less cluttered. This isn't actually one of the rooms that's included. I'll have to do this one on my own free time, but doing stuff for the kitchen, which actually the kitchen is probably the most doable, and I've gotten most of that done yesterday and today, so that was really great. But also the living room, dining room, computer desk, hallways, and the bathroom will get us ready for a guest, and will also just free up the house, make it much more livable. Ja would like to work in the dining room when it's not a dining room, and that would be great as well. So that's all super awesome. And then number 22 is, as always, is supporting and checking in with Ja and any continuing challenges she has. And, that is everything else that I've listed on this list is secondary to making sure that that she is supported and that she is okay. That's number one. Without her, the rest doesn't really matter. So yes, that is my December goals 2023 video for this month. Oh boy. All right. I will leave it there. More videos later.